Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT, and tonight we have a big main event. But tonight, before we get to that main event, we hear from William Regal to open up NXT. I know you guys were expecting some wrestling tonight, but we need to go ahead and go over the NXT Takeover card. It is NXT Takeover Chicago number 2 in the series here in WWE, and it's going to be a big night because one of our big matches is going to see the debut of Walter versus Danny Burch there in Chicago, as well as a huge triple threat women's match between Ember Moon, Candice LeRae, and Lacey Evans for the NXT Women's Championship, as well as Aleister Black will be defending against Adam Cole for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. For the very last time between both of these men, the rivalry comes to an end at NXT Takeover Chicago. Also, the Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio, a man that's dominated the Cruiserweight division for months and months, at least a half a year right now. Rey Mysterio, you'll be facing Pete Dunne, very dangerous Bruiserweight at NXT Takeover Chicago. Also, tonight we're going to find out who is going to be facing the War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team titles. It's either going to be the Lucha House Party or Heavy Machinery, so make sure you guys stay tuned with that. Also, tonight in our big main event of the evening tonight, originally it was going to be Tommaso Ciampa versus Oney Lorcan in your main event tonight's episode of NXT. But tonight, we have to find out who is going to be the number 1 contender and face Lars Sullivan for the North American Championship. So tonight, it will be Matt Riddle taking on Cedric Alexander, Velveteen Dream, and Keith Lee in a fatal 4-way matchup. And also, at NXT TakeOver Chicago, your NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa defends against the one and only Ricochet. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. A pretty nice card coming our way for NXT TakeOver Chicago. Huge announcement. And we get to see the Undisputed Era as we get to see Roderick Strong take on Aleister Black, the United Kingdom Champion. And of course there is Adam Cole right behind him, as it is just announced Adam Cole will get one last opportunity in this rivalry against Aleister Black in the United Kingdom Championship. So far, Aleister Black and Adam Cole are pretty much 1-1, pretty much even in championship matches. I'm not talking about non-title matches between these two great superstars here in NXT. I'm talking about title matches. Both of these men are right down the middle, I'd say. I mean, obviously Aleister Black got the upper hand the last time out. That's why he's United Kingdom Champion. And tonight, we get the little see of Adam Cole being here at ringside with Roderick Strong. And Aleister Black, he's a very dangerous superstar, and if I had to pick someone walking out with their championship retaining, depending on if the Undisputed Era are in the corner of Mr. Adam Cole, then I might have to favor Adam Cole, but if it's a one-on-one situation, no one at ringside, I have to give that to Aleister Black. That might be just me, but I'd say that's what my prediction would be. I also find it interesting, a triple threat match in the women's division also, with Ember Moon, Candice LeRae, and Lacey Evans. I mean, that should be a pretty good back and forth match. If you guys haven't been watching the last couple of weeks here in NXT, Candice LeRae has had the upper hand over Lacey Evans. But back to this non-title matchup, Aleister Black very focused for his match, just like he is all the time here. And last time we saw Aleister Black, he did lose to Cedric Alexander in a really pretty good matchup, I'd say. Aleister Black looking to get back in that win column here in NXT. So far in the series, he's the multi-time United Kingdom Champion, and he looks to do a little bit more here in Universe Mode here on NXT. Adam Cole versus Aleister Black, a huge show-stealing match coming your guys' way at NXT TakeOver Chicago number 2 in the series. If you guys missed TakeOver number 1 in the series, make sure you guys go back and watch it. A lot of stuff has happened from then all the way to now. It is a couple weeks away. We are going to be, I'm assuming we're going to be sold out, if not pretty close. I mean, we have a stacked card top to the very bottom. As here we go, Roderick Strong, Aleister Black. Who is going to pick up the win here? Ooh, nice clothesline there from Roderick Strong to kick us off here. Love him or hate him, Roderick Strong, very accomplished superstar. He's a former NXT champion here in Universe Mode history here in NXT. Before losing it to his leader, his head honcho there, Adam Cole. Reason for joining the Undisputed Era was essentially, if you can't beat him, you join him. So Roderick Strong joins up with the Undisputed Era. I mean, ever since then, he's contributed quite well for the Undisputed Era, but I mean, he hasn't won any championships as of yet. So maybe Roderick Strong will, after NXT Takeover Chicago, try and get his way into these championship divisions and try and help Undisputed Era continue to take over NXT. And unfortunately for Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they will not have a tag team match at NXT Takeover Chicago because they lost to the Lucha House Party a while back. So tonight in the finals, in a number one contenders matchup, it's Heavy Machinery versus Lucha House Party. In a number one contenders match, the winner goes on to face the NXT Tag Team Champions, the undefeated War Raiders. As Black was thinking about going high risk there, but deciding didn't really want to. Nothing wrong with going high risk, but sometimes if you do it too much, you kind of rely on it too much. As Roderick Strong is in a bad way, especially taking those strong type of hits there from Aleister Black. As Black now just toying with Roderick Strong and spears him onto the outside. But like we have in our main event tonight, the General Manager William Regal announced Matt Riddle, Cedric Alexander, Velveteen Dream, and Keith Lee will be battling it out in a fatal four-way match to determine who will be facing Lars Sullivan for the North American Championship. If you guys remember weeks ago, it seemed like it was going to be Danny Burch. I mean, he's very close to winning that championship a couple weeks back, and then that's when Walter appeared. So I don't know if that was planned, but Walter basically saving Lars Sullivan. And Lars Sullivan's still somehow your NXT North American champion. But tonight we'll be finding out who Lars Sullivan will be facing at TakeOver Chicago. As Adam Cole introducing a steel chair behind the referee's back. Hopefully that ref gets it out of the ring as soon as he does see it. As now Aleister Black with a nice suplex takes down Roderick Strong. And also, like we mentioned tonight, Tommaso Ciampa versus Oney Lorcan was the scheduled main event tonight, but William Regal changing up the very landscape of tonight's show. As Roderick Strong just playing some mind games right now, just taunting Aleister Black and the whole NXT universe right now, and he's going to pay for it with that back suplex. And that's what the problem is with the Undisputed Era. They're so cocky. They're very talented, don't get me wrong. But these guys, there's no need for doing all this side crap, just attacking people backstage just to get their way. It's a shame. It's a shame. And a lot of people compare them to the NWO and the way that they've taken over the landscape of NXT and probably eventually WWE. Oh my God. This body slam on that side of that apron, that is not going to be feeling good. That's an LED display there. That is not going to be very soft whatsoever. Referee now to 3 count as Roderick Strong picks up Aleister Black. Man, these guys are having a hard-hitting match right now. Both men have hit some devastating chops to the chest. Oh my God, was that the chest there on the apron? And then a knee strike to the side of the skull. If I'm Adam Cole right now, I gotta be liking what I'm seeing from Roderick Strong, putting in a hell of an effort against Aleister Black. As now, Black with a exploder suplex. Referee finally seeing the steel chair, throws it out the ring. So Aleister Black is all good for now. But Roderick Strong could be in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Going to go for the pinfall here. Is this going to be enough? Oh. Aleister Black going to have to do a little bit more damage to put away Roderick Strong. Like I mentioned, Strong's a former NXT champion, so he knows what to do in that very ring to win a championship. Double stomp to the midsection, trying to take down former NXT champion Roderick Strong. And now Adam Cole, of course, that's going to be the X factor in this matchup, getting face to face. As now Roderick Strong has Aleister Black up here. This is not good. Oh my God, the double knees to the lower back of Aleister Black. And just like that, the Undisputed Era are in control of this match once again. As now Strong with the pinfall, but just a 1 count surprisingly after that brutal backbreaker. As Strong, what else does he have to do to put away this man? I mean, we haven't seen another devastating backbreaker besides the one we just saw moments ago. As now, Roderick. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Roderick Strong! Facebuster takes down Black. Aleister Black needs to get something going, or we could see an upset victory right now. Roderick Strong, pinfall with the hook of the leg. Ooh, not even a 2 count. Black showing off the heart of a champion right now. And uh-oh. Roderick Strong setting up Aleister Black here. This could be bad. Oh my God. The backbreaker there from Roderick Strong. That is vintage Strong there. But no, only a 2.5. That's a devastating backbreaker, and it still was not enough to put him away. What else is in the tank of Aleister Black? He is one tough SOB, and Black Mass out of nowhere just like that. Is that enough? 2, 3, yes it is. You give Aleister Black just a split second, he'll be able to pick up a win. And that's what Roderick Strong gave him. Black stays in this match just enough time so he was able to connect with that Black Mass out of nowhere. Usually we only see Aleister Black hit that when his superstar's down on the mat, but right there Aleister Black connecting. And this is where I thought that it could be the downfall of the match for Aleister Black there. As we're going to see Roderick Strong connect with this devastating backbreaker, but somehow surviving, and Aleister Black continues to look very impressive. Wins or losses, Aleister Black is still your champion. It will be the last match between the rivalry between Adam Cole and Aleister Black in 2 weeks' time. With the United Kingdom Championship on the line, who is going to walk out as champion? Find out in 2 weeks as we now get ready for a tag team match. Who is going on to face the War Raiders? Who is going to face War Raiders at NXT Takeover Chicago number 2? Will it be this team right here, Heavy Machinery? We have not seen this tag team a lot here in the series, but with the win over Street Profits, it gave them a shot to go to the finals. So tonight, Heavy Machinery does take on Lucha House Party. 2 different type of teams here. Lucha House Party high flyers, Heavy Machinery obviously stakes and weights, lifting very strong. I don't know. I know they say that fast can kill, but I mean, if I had to give a tag team a advantage, I'm giving it to Heavy Machinery. Picked up a pretty good win over Street Profits. Street Profits defeated them once before in this series here before. But tonight, it's all about these guys, Lucha House Party and Heavy Machinery. Hopefully the War Raiders are in the back watching, because this could be a very good matchup. I mean, these guys came from 205, officially over here on NXT now. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik making their way down to the ring. Crowd all behind this Lucha House Party tag team. I mean, all of these guys, singles or a tag team, they're very impressive. And they almost have like a New Day type of rule. You know, I'm not going to compare them to like tag team championship reigns, but you know, any of these guys can be tag team champions or singles champions in their career if they're able to get some time in that ring. as Tucker taking down Kalisto. And Otis is in the top left-hand corner of your screen, and I believe it's Lince Dorado in the bottom right-hand of our screen here. Not able to see him currently. But like I said, two different type of characteristics between both of these teams. One's fast, the other one is very, very strong. Not saying that Kalisto and Lucha House Party cannot get it done tonight, but I mean, if Kalisto and Lince Dorado start favoring Heavy Machinery by, you know, staying on the mat and letting them get grabbed the whole time, then I think Heavy Machinery will win this matchup. Going for a kick to the midsection. Kalisto a little bit faster in that exchange. And now Kalisto going to go with a Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Maybe see a tag here. No, we're not. Tucker Knight not going to let that happen. As now we're going to cut off the ring here. Here comes Tucker. Oh, no. Missing that stinger splash. And going to go for an Enziguri. Takes down Tucker there. The NXT Tag Team Division is kind of all over the place, if I'm honest with you guys. I mean, AOP over to SmackDown Live. Sanity on Monday Night Raw. You have the Undisputed Era still here on NXT. Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, now Lucha House Party. It's, you know, losing two-star tag teams just like that. You got to kind of, you know, rebuild up these tag teams. Lince Dorado all fired up right now, but I mean, if I'm him, I can't taunt after the matchup, but right now focus on your opponent, because if Tucker can get a tag to Otis here, Otis, he's a freight train, very, very, very different from other superstars. As Tucker Knight thinking about maybe getting a tag here, Lince Dorado gonna try and slow him down, but Tucker Knight with a flying crossbody, gonna go for the pinfall. Can he steal one? No. I mean, honestly, I'd love to see a Heavy Machinery War Raiders, just four big dudes beat the living hell out of each other. I'm totally down for that. I'm not saying I wouldn't like a Lucha House Party, but War Raiders, I would definitely favor them. As now Tucker looking to get the advantage, but no, Lince Dorado with a forearm strike. Off the ropes now, going for a drop kick, but drop kicking a wall. Tried going for an Enziguri, didn't really favor him. As now here comes the big man, Otis. Ooh, armbar takedown there of Otis. Thought Otis would have been able to keep running around, but Lince Dorado was able to keep him down for a little bit before Otis reversing there. Now into the corner. Big forearm strike there from Lince Dorado, looking to bring the big fight there. Who wants it the most? One of these tag teams will be heading to Chicago for the second ever NXT Takeover Chicago event. We have a tremendous main event coming your guys' way at NXT Takeover Chicago #2. It's going to be Tommaso Ciampa taking on Ricochet for the NXT Championship. As well as we're going to see Lars Sullivan take on either Matt Riddle, Cedric Alexander, Mr. Keith Lee, or the Velveteen Dream. The North American Championship on the line, as well as Rey Mysterio takes on Pete Dunne with the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Aleister Black takes on Adam Cole for the United Kingdom Championship. A huge triple threat match in the women's division. Lacey Evans, Candice LeRae, Ember Moon, and also a big match for Walter as he debuts against Danny Burch. Oh my God! Very impressive maneuver to move a big 300-pound man just like that. And now Lince Dorado looking to fly here. Look at the moonsault. Did you see the absolute height on that bad boy? Is that it? Yes, it is. Just like that, Lucha House Party has secured a ticket to NXT TakeOver Chicago. And I mean, if Lince Dorado can look that impressive just like they did right there, I think it could be an upset type of night there at Chicago. I don't know how Chicago may take them, but just look at that absolute height, the beauty of that moonsault. Lince Dorado, Kalisto getting the job done tonight. Can they do it? Can they pull off an upset victory at Chicago? I highly doubt it, but you never know. as now we get to the Tommaso Ciampa taking on Oney Lorcan in a non-title matchup. Here we go, big co-main event. It was scheduled to be our main event, but William Regal, like I said, he changed that up. We saw him earlier tonight to open up this NXT episode, announcing all the NXT Takeover matches, top to the very bottom. Oney Lorcan gets to see his tag team partner in action at NXT Takeover Chicago, as it's Walter taking on Danny Burch. But tonight, Oney Lorcan looks to bring the fight to Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm being told that Tommaso Ciampa will not have Cassius Ohno here tonight, as Ohno is not here tonight. He is dealing with some personal issues from what I'm being told, just like nagging injuries and stuff like that. But he will be back whenever Cassius Ohno can be. As here comes your NXT champion, the very brutal, the tough SOB Tommaso Ciampa, and he will be defending his championship against the one and only Ricochet. That definitely is going to be the match of the night for sure. I mean, from the top of the bottom, you got Mysterio, Pete Dunne, the War Raiders for Lucha House Party. You know, you got as well as Danny Burch and Walter could be pretty good as well, and so on and so forth. But I mean, Tommaso Ciampa and Ricochet, I'm looking forward to it. Something about Ricochet impressed William Regal enough to get that opportunity. With the crowd here in Florida just booing this man. Just ever since winning that championship, he's been a different person. And obviously even before that as well, as you know, turning on Johnny Gargano and winning a tournament to face Drew McIntyre at NXT TakeOver in Florida, going on to win the championship away from Drew McIntyre, and now doing his damnedest to keep that championship around his waist no matter what. So here we go, Oney Lorcan, Tommaso Ciampa, non-title matchup coming your way. Oh, and a big knee strike coming right out of the gate. Ciampa not playing any games with Oney Lorcan. And Oney Lorcan is a very underrated superstar. But I mean, if Lorcan can get some more opportunities, I think he can impress you guys. There's Oney Lorcan coming right after him here. Oh, hard Irish whip into the corner, and now, German suplex, tossing him like he's absolutely paperweight there. Big kick to the upper back there of Tommaso Ciampa. And for Oney Lorcan, he needs to put on an impressive effort, especially if he wants to continue to get some more time, as Tommaso Ciampa playing a little dirty there. And Oney Lorcan makes him pay. And I think it's actually pretty good for, you know, Burch and Oney Lorcan to, you know, see what they can do singles-wise. They're a tag team right now, but honestly, I think it's pretty good for them just to test the singles route, just to see how it's going to fare for them. Is Tommaso Ciampa not going to bounce the head of Oney Lorcan right on that top turnbuckle pad right there. That is not going to feel good whatsoever. And we know Oney Lorcan did have a match against Matt Riddle recently. It looked pretty good. Did come up a little bit short, but nonetheless, this is a great opportunity. Face one of the best in the main event in NXT. I mean, obviously, it could have been the main event tonight, but it's not. But obviously, Tommaso Ciampa is a main event superstar. And maybe if Oney Lorcan wins, that will help him climb up the rankings here in NXT. As Lorcan has him on the ropes here, and now going to toss him back into the ring. Tommaso Ciampa needs to try and get up and get something going. He's struggling right now. And also coming your guys' way next week here, it is going to be a big match coming your way. As next week here, it will be Ricochet taking on Johnny Gargano one-on-one, as well as we're going to see Pete Dunne take on Cedric Alexander, and much, much more coming your guys' way. And now, ooh, look at that German suplex. Oney Lorcan, impressive. Oh my God, he turned Tommaso Ciampa inside out with that clothesline. But just a one count though. But did you see the absolute viciousness with that clothesline? You take too many of those and you might lose some teeth. You might be on the DL. Big knee strike to the midsection there again. Well, Oni Lorcan looking pretty impressive right now. Needs to just continue this up. Continue this momentum and keep it to the end of this matchup. Because, I mean, Tommaso Ciampa, he's a dangerous man. He's going to do anything in his power to make sure he walks out winner of any single match. If the championship's on the line, even or the championship's not on the line. Because, again, Tommaso Ciampa just beating the living hell out of Oni Lorcan on that top turnbuckle pad. Kick to the midsection there. Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, the double knees. Devastating backstabber. Is that enough? 2. No, 2.5. And Tommaso Ciampa thought he had him there. And now, Tommaso Ciampa looking to put Oni Lorcan away. Kick to the midsection. We've seen this before. That's one of the championship. And down goes Lorcan. Is this it? Gonna go for the pinfall, referee in position. 2, 3. Yes, it is. Tommaso Ciampa with a big win over Oni Lorcan. As... oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gargano. Gargano. Mr. Money in the Bank. He's coming in. He's cashing in. He's cashing in. Oh, my God. Are we going to see Gargano now? I don't know if this is the best time, but Gargano cashing in. Gargano cashing in on Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know if this is the best time for Gargano to do it. Can he actually do it? Tommaso Ciampa wasn't really hurt in this match whatsoever, but Gargano's deciding to cash in. Is he going to rue the day of him actually doing this, or was this an actually planned idea? Gargano, it's going to be very interesting. I'm very, very surprised right now. As, hold on, a submission hold here to Johnny Gargano here. Imagine if Gargano taps out not even basically a minute or two from cashing in already. As Gargano attacking with these elbow strikes. Johnny Takeover cashing in his NXT Money in the Bank. Just recently winning that. As Johnny Gargano with a DDT turning Tommaso Ciampa inside out. Oh my God. As now Insaguri takes him down. Or I should say Hurricane Rana, pardon me. Johnny Gargano again with another Hurricane Rana. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Gargano cashing in. Just laying waste to Oni Lorcan, and now looking to cash in on his bitter rival and former tag team champion partner, Tommaso Ciampa. We are at 5 now. As back into the ring we go. I mean, if I'm Tommaso Ciampa, if he just walks away, he's still going to be champion. Win by countout. But, I mean, Tommaso Ciampa wants to continue his reign here. Very short reign so far here. Is Ciampa with an eye rake right to the face there. Johnny Gargano, but a cutter out of nowhere. Are we going to see a new champ? 1, 2, no, 2.5. And Gargano, he's all fired up. He wants to get some redemption and get the better of Tommaso Ciampa. Get the better story over Tommaso Ciampa. Especially with all this starting out months and months ago. New champ? No. 2.5. If you guys remember Tommaso Ciampa turning his back on Johnny Gargano and months of torturing Gargano. Both men would trade wins at NXT Takeovers, but Tommaso Ciampa would get the better hand that was dealt to him by winning a tournament, and Tommaso Ciampa doing anything in his damn power to keep that championship and to even earn opportunities to get a championship. It's Ciampa with that running knee strike. And now Ciampa gonna make Gargano rule the day, that trying to cash in that briefcase on him. Ciampa, here we go. Down goes Gargano. Is that it? Pinfall. 1, 2. No, 2.5. And Gargano is bleeding right now, ladies and gentlemen. He might be having second thoughts of right now of cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, Ciampa wasn't really beaten down too much by Oni Lorcan, so Gargano, I don't think it was the best time for him to cash in. It's a devastating knee strike, takes down Gargano. Ciampa is he's in that deadly space right now. He's moments away from retaining his championship. It's a big punch there from Gargano. Kick to the midsection there. Hold on, Gargano looking to inflict some damage here. Oh, the torque on that shoulder. Oh my God. And Gargano all fired up, but he needs to get Ciampa in the ring if he wants to win the championship. Gargano up, looking to fly, missing the elbow strike though, but able to still bring the fight to Ciampa. Both of these men, it's all about that championship, ladies and gentlemen. Ciampa able to roll out the way there. Knee strike! And just like that, Tommaso Ciampa gets the upper hand. Gargano fighting back out of it. He's going for a spinning heel kick. He misses. And now Tommaso Ciampa has him up. Backbreaker to Johnny Gargano. And just like that, Tommaso Ciampa retains his championship. Johnny Gargano picked a wrong night to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. That was the biggest move of the match for Oney Lorcan, that devastating clothesline. But Tommaso Ciampa hitting a backbreaker, then a facebuster, leading to a cash-in from Johnny Gargano. But in the end, there was not enough damage sustained by Tommaso Ciampa. And it ends up costing Johnny Gargano because he picked the wrong time. I know I was surprised. Everyone here in the NXT crowd was surprised. But it was the wrong time to cash in. And now Tommaso Ciampa doesn't have to worry about Money in the Bank anymore. And Tommaso Ciampa retains. And he wins 2 matches tonight. Non-title match over Oney Lorcan. And a cash-in attempt from Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling comes up short, and Tommaso Ciampa doesn't have to worry about Johnny Gargano anymore. As now we get to our Fatal 4-Way main event to see who Lars Sullivan will face at NXT Takeover Chicago. I cannot believe what we just saw, that Gargano attempting to cash in, picking a very bad time to cash in. Ciampa didn't really sustain any damage whatsoever. I mean, he did take that big lariat there from Lorcan, but in the end it wasn't enough. And Tommaso Ciampa is still your champion. And it's still scheduled to be Tommaso Ciampa and Ricochet at NXT TakeOver with the NXT Championship on the line. Gargano, man, I would love to have a sit-down interview right now with Johnny Gargano. Maybe we can get one next week here, but I mean, that has got to be frustrating. But we're going to try and get our focus back on this Fatal 4-Way match between Cedric Alexander, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, and Keith Lee. Cedric Alexander, last time we saw him, was in a match against Mr. Aleister Black, picking up a win over Aleister Black nonetheless, and getting this opportunity in this Fatal 4-Way match. And Velveteen Dream looking to earn an opportunity. Velveteen Dream, we keep saying it, he has the look, he has the charisma, but Velveteen Dream has not been able to really win the big matches here in Universe Mode. I know it's still early yet in his career, he's got plenty of time, but when is he going to start realizing that it's time to, start kicking some ass? He hasn't been able to finish matches whatsoever. He's been close at multiple times. He just hasn't learned how to finish. But the Velveteen Dream is going to have to learn how to finish, because if he wants to be in the spotlight of Chicago, Illinois, he is going to have to beat three other men in this match if he wants to. As here comes another man, Keith Lee. This man does have a couple big matches in his career so far. It was a couple weeks ago against Adam Cole. He did come up short, But it was a hell of a match, man. If you have not seen that, make sure you guys go back and watch that. Keith Lee versus Adam Cole. Obviously, the Undisputed Era were out there. They did get involved somewhat, but I mean, it was still pretty good. Keith Lee, Adam Cole, what a hell of a match. But Keith Lee getting an opportunity tonight in this fatal four-way match for future champions, I'd say, here in NXT. Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, and Cedric Alexander. And now we get to see our final competitor in this four-way match, Matt Riddle. There will be no disqualification, no count-out, pinfall, or submission does have to happen in the ring, but these guys can wrestle all over. And if I'm these three other superstars, I'm going to attack in those feet. If he can't walk, I mean, it's going to be easy for a tap out or something. I mean, Matt Riddle, he's obviously trained a lot more, so he's going to know strategies about that. But I mean, for Matt Riddle, it's going to be very interesting to see if any of these superstars do target those feet. But here we go. Fatal four-way to determine who is going to take over Chicago to face Lars Sullivan with the North American Championship on the line. And if you guys are just tuning in, we did have some breaking news. Obviously, William Regal announced the championship matches and non-title matches coming your guys' way at NXT Takeover Chicago. But we just witnessed a cash-in from Johnny Gargano. Mr. Johnny Wrestling deciding to cash in tonight when, honestly, he shouldn't have cashed in. Oney Lorcan didn't do a lot of damage to Tommaso Ciampa. After Tommaso Ciampa wins, Johnny Gargano comes out, cashes in, and unluckily for Gargano, not able to hit really any big maneuvers on Ciampa. As Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle go at it on the right-hand side of your screen, and Alexander going after Keith Lee in the middle of the ring. We do have a submission hold here. Keith Lee could tap out. Velveteen Dream kicking the referee. I think that's actually a good strategy. Now going to go for the pinfall, but obviously with him knocking out the ref, that can't not be possible. As a knee strike takes down Cedric Alexander. And Dream going to throw Matt Riddle outside the ring. These guys are going to do some more damage outside here. Hopefully that referee's not going to be concussed. We might have to get a new one out here, honestly. As Velveteen Dream with an exploder suplex. Alexander able to reverse there momentarily. And into a discus clothesline. This match is going to be all over the place, but our camera crew is right here. We make sure we pay them enough to get every single camera angle that we can here in NXT. As Velveteen Dream trying to rub his shoes on the ground there. I think it's a little sticky, I can't really tell if his shoes are messed up, but trying to get back in the ring. It's not really favoring him. As now Dream picking up Keith Lee here and gonna go for some snake eyes right on the steel steps. As Alexander with some head scissors gonna bring the fight to Matt Riddle. If there is one fight in this match I would love to see down the road, I believe it'd be Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, the king of bros, and then you have a man like Velveteen Dream, that mysteriousness, you know, that full-on cockiness. That could be very well costly for Dream. But, I mean, I'd love to see that match. As here we go with the pinfall, just a 1 count, though. And Dream looking to help out Matt Riddle momentarily as he's about to connect with the Russian leg sweep. And Keith Lee gonna make him pay here. Oh my god, a standing German suplex. Just like that. That is absolute strength and power there, ladies and gentlemen. Cedric Alexander was trying to go for a suplex, but all these men getting all in each other's faces right now. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle do have victories over each other. They know what exactly each superstar brings to the table. As Keith Lee bringing the fight here to Alexander here. Alexander is going to be in a very, very bad spot. No reversal now. 3 men in the ring here currently. Alexander targeting the big thigh there of Keith Lee. Both men going to try to work together there momentarily. Didn't really work out. As, Death Valley driver there from Velveteen Dream. Is he going to Chicago? No. Alexander able to break it up. And Dream going to make Alexander pay with a back suplex. And now Dream looking to fly, ladies and gentlemen. Up top he goes. Oh, and axe handle takes down Riddle from behind. I thought maybe he was going to go for an elbow drop on Keith Lee. Keith Lee is down and out. You could have went for a pinfall on this man. But Keith Lee just too much for Alexander. And Keith Lee all fired up. But he's going to get paid for an exploder suplex there. Ooh, and then a neck breaker there from Dream. Alexander takes down Keith Lee as Dream goes high risk, high reward situation. Elbow drop. The Dream with a beautiful elbow drop. But Alexander right there to break it up. And Dream not too happy about that. And now, Alexander the backbreaker to Dream. Is that enough? Is Alexander going to Chicago? 2. No, 2.5. That was Alexander's moment. It very well could have been. Alexander getting a little cocky here. Matt Riddle. Ooh, that would have been very close to stealing one there, honestly. Crawling over there. As, oh God, Keith Lee looking to fly here. This ain't good. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Lee, the big man, flies. Then running knee strike there from Riddle. And Riddle not done yet. What else does he have in store here? Riddle has Velveteen up, but no, Dream with the reversal. A marquee reversal in this matchup for Velveteen Dream. As now Dream has him in the corner. What does he have in store for Matt Riddle? This match has been pretty good so far in the main event. As Death Valley Driver takes down Matt Riddle. Here we go with a pinfall attempt. Is this enough? No, just a 1 count. Keith Lee breaks it up. As, wait a minute, oh my God, out of nowhere. And now, Dream has everybody down. Dream gonna go high risk. I would have went for the damn pinfall. Elbow connects. But Alexander back up to his feet. And now Alexander gonna try and steal a victory from Velveteen Dream. But Dream breaks it up. Alexander picking a wrong time to really try and showboat. As Dream again gonna go high risk, high reward situation here. Elbow to Keith Lee. Could that be enough? Pinfall attempt. Matt Riddle and Alexander don't really see it. Oh, they actually do it the last second though. As now Riddle tosses Velveteen Dream at ringside. And now it is down to Keith Lee and Alexander inside the very ring. Alexander looking to steal one here. Pinfall. 2. No, 2.5. And Riddle looking to bring the fight to Alexander, and he does with the Hurricane Rana. What a main event and what a night. A failed cash-in from Johnny Gargano. Lucha House Party upset Heavy Machinery. Roderick Strong, Aleister Black have a hell of an opening contest. Dream gonna go for the pinfall. Little slow to the count this referee is. 2.5. Dream looking to bring the fight. Alexander here. Uh-oh. Oh my God. What a back suplex there. Matt Riddle's in a bad spot. All these superstars in a bad way right now. Just fighting to stay in this match is a little bit of a code breaker there from Alexander. And now a face buster for Matt Riddle. And now Alexander, is he going to go to Chicago? No, 2.5. Riddle somehow staying in this matchup. You can see Alexander is fatigued right now. He does not know how much he has left in that tank here. It's been a really good Fatal 4-Way match. There's at least been one moment in this matchup that these superstars could have won this matchup. As now Alexander going to toss him on the apron here. Alexander, a little cockiness tonight from Alexander. I don't know why he's been all of a sudden cocky tonight, but nonetheless. As now Dream has him up. Death Valley Driver. Down goes Alexander. And now Keith Lee, he may steal one here. He has him up. Uh-oh. Oh my God, did you see the height of that powerbomb? Holy shit. Keith Lee Looking to steal one here right in front of Alexander. Yes, he does. And Keith Lee is going to Chicago. NXT is coming your way, and it's time to bask in the glory because we're going to have two absolutely big men, two hosses going at it, as it's Lars Sullivan and Keith Lee coming your guys' way in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. What a fatal four-way Riddle dream. We had ourselves a hell of a fatal four-way match. I mean, I thought Keith Lee was going to, or I should say Velveteen Dream was going to win match multiple times. But it is that man who is going to be facing Lars Sullivan for the NXT North American Championship. Who do you think that's going to favor, guys? Keith Lee or Lars Sullivan? Based on Lars Sullivan's last matches, I might go with Keith Lee, honestly. But you never know. That is all she wrote tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.